Right.
Hi, I am Louticia Grier, and today I'm here with Dr. Aaron Kenna. Dr. Aaron Kenna is a very, very good doctor, and because he's so good, he's done so much for me that I wanted to share him with all of you people out there and all of my clients. Dr. Kenna, it is so nice to have you here today in your office, and you having me here, really. Can you tell us about what you do?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me interview here and having the video taken and giving me the opportunity to share what I do. And what I do is a specialty within the chiropractic profession, and I would be an equivalent of a neurologist in my profession. I treat a lot of conditions that a medical neurologist would treat, but I treat them structurally. And what I'm doing is literally correcting pressure on the nervous system by realigning the head and neck.
Mm-hmm.
And from that correction of the head and neck, we can relieve pressure on the brainstem, on the spinal cord, and that will give the body the opportunity to begin to function the way it was designed and intended to function. And what we find in people who have a lot of different conditions like inner ear disorders, like dizziness,
Like
vertigo, like you had,
Mm-hmm.
chronic pain, nerve pain into the face, fibromyalgia, migraines, severe migraines, is that they'll all have some form of a head-neck misalignment that is creating pressure on the very sensitive tissues in the upper neck.
Wow.
And that is the area that we're most concerned with, is really related to the brainstem and upper spinal cord area. And when we can do that in a gentle manner, but do that in a manner that is more along the lines of biomechanical engineering. So there's no cracking, popping, no manipulation, but we're doing it in a very specific manner using data from a three-dimensional X-ray series that we take. And from that three-dimensional X-ray series, we're able to make calculations that show us exactly how the body's misaligned and exactly how we can correct that. And when we can make that correction, the body will just begin to self-regulate, self-heal, will begin to work itself out of pain patterns, work itself out of conditions that have been holding the body in sickness and disease for even many years. In some circumstances, I have a patient that I worked out of 50 years of pain. She had over 50 years
Wow.
of pain. She was in pain ever since she was a little girl, and she had the motion sickness and dizziness like you had.
I can definitely relate to that because when I came to you, I was always dizzy, and I used to go to a chiropractor, and he's good. I have nothing bad to say about him, but, the cracking and popping was really, really hard on my body, and I still got dizzy. I still got dizzy all the time. And I remember the day I came in, I said to you, because my doctor recommended you. And I had high hopes when I first came in because she's such a good doctor. So when I came in, I said, if you can help me and if you can take away this dizziness, I would be forever thankful. And I have to tell you, that's exactly what happened. I feel so, so good. And that's what I wanted to share with everyone. Because if this can help me like this, and I've been going all this time with this dizziness, it's an awful feeling when you're dizzy like that. Your body's all off and you feel as though you want to fall forward. It was just horrible. And now I feel so much better. That's why I want you to explain to them and tell them what you do and, why you do. And first, when you first started, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not sure. This is because we're just working and I haven't had any results yet. Everything was so gentle that I thought, how is this going to work?
Yeah.
He's not hurting. He's not pressing. Well, how's this really going to work? And I said, okay, I'm just going to relax and I'm going to just be here and see what happens and pray for the best. And oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's so gentle, so easy, and no bunch of pain or anything like that. And then have the outcome to come out so wonderful. It's almost like magic. It's like amazing.
It is.
It's like amazing.
It is. It's a really wonderful form of healthcare, and it's true healthcare at its form, because what we're doing is we're not stimulating or inhibiting symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting the body back to its normal balance, its normal autonomic nervous system balance.
Yeah.
Getting the body back to a place that it can regulate itself and heal itself and just be in a state of health and wellness without any outside influence. And that in itself is really rare in healthcare, to find something that can do that to the deepest nature that this type of work can do, that my specialty can do that.
Yeah.
And I know it from a personal level too, because I've been a patient of this work for a long time as well, and I use it to maintain my health. But it is a fantastic way of practicing healthcare, and it's fantastic to see people who've been everywhere, tried everything, been through traditional chiropractic care, been through acupuncture, been through massage therapy, been through medical doctors, neurologists.
I did all that.
Yeah.
I did all of that.
And they're looking for some answers to a health problem. But the answer really is inside of each one of us. We do have the ability to heal, and we have the ability to regulate, but we have to get that, it's called a subluxation, and that top bone of the neck is known as the atlas. It's C1. If there's any misalignment in that area right here, it will inhibit that person's ability to heal and to function and to experience that level of wellness that is inside of each one of us. But when we can gently relieve that pressure and correct that misalignment, the body will begin to take over and will begin to heal, and that person will begin to finally experience health and wellness at its true form, and it's a really fantastic way of living.
So many people do so many different jobs that they're, either stuck at a desk or they're doing something that's extremely physical, and our body gets out of line, and they just do not do anything about it. And like we say, they go for years and years with this problem, and then they may go to a chiropractor, he may shift a few bones, and then, it's just not working, and they don't know. I never knew anything about the type of work you do.
Yeah.
Until my doctor told me, and I just thought it was totally necessary, because being a hairdresser is almost like, you hear a lot of different things. You're there, you're doing the hair, it's quiet, you have conversation, and people feel relaxed to tell you about what's going on with them. So you hear all these different things, and I love to give them good, information about things that I know, and that was one reason why I said, if you didn't mind, please let me share this with them, because it's important. It helped me, and and the atmosphere is so wonderful. When I come in, I feel such a sense of peace. I hear music that's very soothing, very spiritual, and it's a wonderful place to come. I truly love it. I truly love it, and I feel really, really good about the whole atmosphere and the healing process that's taking place on me, and I love it. I do.
Thanks much, yeah, and I love being able to provide that for you and others, and yeah, I'd like to invite others to come and check out what I do here, and how I might be able to help you out if you or a loved one is experiencing a problem.
So if they have like headaches, give me some of the things that if they have, people that are listening and watching, if you have severe headaches, if you have, just kind of run down what your procedure does take care of. Sure.
So, well, some of the things that I've been able to help people with are a lot of chronic pain, for one, is a really, really common thing. Chronic pain, if you've had pain for years and years, and you're wondering why, there is a good chance that you have an upper cervical, what we call an upper cervical subluxation, or an upper cervical misalignment. That's one thing. Been able to help people with fibromyalgia, which is an overall body pain condition, and it can be terrible for people. Been able to help people with nerve pain into the face. It's called trigeminal neuralgia, vertigo, dizziness, chronic migraines, low back pain, chronic neck pain, disc herniations in the low back. I've been able to help people with digestive disorders.
Yeah, I have to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I started feeling better, my system just started working a whole lot better.
Yeah.
That was just a plus for me.
Yeah, and that's one evidence of pressure on the nervous system, is that it will actually shut down things that are automatic to the body, and what we call the autonomic nervous system. And that can be, just normal bowel movements. People who have been constipated for years and looking for answers why. That can be actually a decrease in nerve supply down to the intestines.
Yeah.
Another thing could be insomnia. If the body is out of balance because of these upper cervical misalignments.
Now those two things are extremely important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having frequent bowel movement
Absolutely.
and not getting enough rest. Could you elaborate on that a little bit? Because those two, I know, just from being little old me, I know that if you don't eliminate like you should, and you don't get the proper rest so your body can rejuvenate itself, that's huge.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are walking around with a lot of waste and not getting the rest. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, we're talking about the autonomic nervous system and its effects on those two primary functions of the body is rest and elimination. And with the rest, it activates what is known as the sympathetic nervous system. The subluxation will activate basically it's the fight or flight mechanism of the body.
Okay.
So people, we all know of the fight or flight mechanism of the body. If you're in a state of trouble and you're ready to literally fight for survival or run, that's called the sympathetic nervous system. And the misalignment and pressure on the nervous system can activate shades of that sympathetic nervous system that can interrupt sleep. And I've helped people who've been unable to sleep properly for years. And one gentleman I can think of, ever since he was a teenager, and we're talking about 30 years of poor sleeping, it would take him about an hour to go to sleep at night when he would go to lay down, and now he falls asleep in 5 to 10 minutes now.
That's why I want to share, so people don't have to go these years without knowing. Like I said, I didn't know anything about you until my doctor recommended you, and it's just years and years that people go through, and they don't know who to come to help them.
Yeah,
that's why it's important.
Yeah,
that they know.
Absolutely. I do believe that I can be a resource to people who are seeking help with a lot of issues in their health, and I do want to be able to help because I know my specialty is rare and it's not widely known about. But I do believe that is a form of healthcare that people can experience a lot of benefits from, and I know I've experienced these benefits personally, coming out of severe migraines in my younger years, and I've also at one point in my life experienced vertigo and dizziness, and this helped me out of that. This type of healthcare helped me out of that. And I have my family members under this type of healthcare as well, and so it is a fantastic form of healthcare, and we can help a lot of people with a lot of different types of disorders that they've been experiencing.
Well, thank you so much, because I really enjoy you, and I feel my heart is big to share it with everyone else, because it's been a blessing that I found you, and I'm very, very happy, and I want everyone to be as happy as I am.
And I want everyone to be as happy as you are too. And so it's been great taking care of you here, and great seeing you recover from these things. And now we know how to keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We know how to keep you healthy, and you of course are working on the other things in your life, diet and exercise and environments, taking care of your environment at home as well. Those are all very important aspects of your health, and so.
Well, speaking of diet, can I come back one time and we talk about God's food?
I would love to sit down and talk with you about healthy diet. And,
Because when they ask me, I tell them what I eat, but I would love to have it come from a professional to kind of give us some, insight on what we should eat, what we shouldn't, because all of that together really will help. And I have this thing I say, it takes a team of people to keep a woman healthy and beautiful.
Absolutely.
So, and definitely I'm so happy that you're on our team.
I am too. I'm very happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay.